Good afternoon, and thank you all for coming on. I'm sorry, I was trying to see everybody's names. I'm not wearing glasses, but thank you to each and every one of you who are coming on to celebrate with us, Urban Flesh Eaters. My name is Lynette J. Blackwell. I am the co-writer and one of the executive producers for Urban Flesh Eaters.
Yes, yes. Very good. Okay, and then we'll go Chantal.
Hi, everyone. I'm Chantal Maurice. I play Sin in Urban Flesh Eaters. I also worked in casting, and I'm also an associate producer.
Very good. All right, all right. Next on my box, Maurice.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Maurice P. Kerry. I play Blaze in the film, as well as also, like Chantal, an associate producer.
Very good. Okay, we can go with Ashley.
Hi, my name is Ashley Forrestier, and I play Lucy in the film, and I don't have any associate producer credit.
But you will. It's coming. It's coming one
It's
day.
coming. Look, it's coming. It's coming.
Yes. Okay, Josiah.
Hello, everybody. I'm Josiah Kari, and I played the role of Jared.
Very good. Very good.
That voice has deepened. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, right. He's grown up on you. All right, and we have next we have Chris on my list is next.
Hello, my name is Chris Rumble,
Not Crumble.
and I play the role of Mr. Elmo, and I'm an expert in operating the boom boom broom. So happy to be here.
All right, Jason,
We can't hear you.
you're muted. There we go. Wait, nope. You're
I'm
still-
just playing. Hey, what's up, y'all? My name is Jason Christopher Louder.
This guy.
And, I'm Wiz Kid. Got that refudge.
That's right. Great job. Great job. Okay. And now what I'll do is I will introduce who is on who we have on the media side. And I'm going by my list. So the first one I see, I have Ellery Nicole. She is a Goldstrand media correspondent, and she is doing the recap for us so that we can promote it on our side. I have next Glenda Carswell in the house media. I have let me see who's next on the list. Okay, I have Janae Tate with High Low News. I have Lindsay Vertner with Lindsay Vertner Global. I have Queen Aftan Williams with On Air with Queen Aftan. And then I have, let's see, I have Shauna Stanley. And then I have, hey Shauna. And then I have Kisa Rucker with Head to Toe magazine. Oh my God, Kisa did a fabulous spread on me personally, so I'm excited. And now we're talking about Lynette today and team. Okay, and I have Dewan Paxton, better known as DAP, with Altier, make sure I'm pronouncing it correctly, Altier Atlanta Media. Yes, that is, listen, Jason, you know how far we go back with him. So we do have a couple others, and I'll just say the names. Oh, hold on. Oh, I have, let me get Deja Vu on here. I have Deja Vu with Deja Vu TV. And we also, who will be joining us, we have Fearless Muse Media, Bravo While Black. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, Sheen Magazine. We have more than it's called More Than a Network. We have Downtown Hot Radio and Gotcha Media. So now we get to get started. Urban Flesh Eaters is currently streaming on Apple TV. It is being released tomorrow on Tubi. Super excited for that. And yeah, so this is really, really good. Lynette, I would like for you to just give me a brief overview of the film and speaking on behalf of yourself and our other super duper executive producer, Rob Bass. Yeah.
Well, again, hello to everyone. And Lena, thank you for this.
You're
We
very
really appreciate you putting this together. and also for the red carpet premiere. Thank you so much.
We
You
still get great
and
reviews.
Jonathan and Goldstrand. So so I'm hoping that everyone on here has had a chance to watch the movie at least, or if you didn't get a chance, please go do so. I'm so proud of this movie. Did we lose Lena?
No, I'm still here. I'm just
Okay, you're off
looking at the
camera.
next-
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. So I'm so proud of this movie. It's definitely become more than I thought it was going to become. I'm laughing now about it because when I set to write it, when I started to write it, and I brought my niece on, her name is Dana J. I brought her on to co-write it with me. It was supposed to be a horror thriller with some comedy. And now everybody who is giving reviews on it is saying, "Oh my God, it's so hella funny. It's funny as F." And I'm like, wait a minute. When did it become this comedy? But I'm very happy that it is what it is, that it evolved into this because we need to laugh right now. Like we need to be entertained. I think people, it's so much going on, and I feel like this is like a breath of fresh air. It gives a different perspective to thriller horror. I mean, we have the parodies out there and everything. We're not a parody, which I love, but it just gives just that world of comedy and thriller and horror and intensity and love and family and compassion and survival. And it just gives all of that. It encompasses all of that. And I'm like, didn't realize writing this that that's what it was going to do, because you just never know, like when you're sitting down and you're writing something, like you don't always know the perspective of, perspective. I shouldn't say that, you know the perspective of it, you just don't know how it's going to evolve. And I think because everyone on here and all the cast that are not here, what they brought to the table, the ones who brought the funny, like Lucy and WizKid and Mr. Elmo, brought the funny, the ones who brought the intensity, like Sin and Blaze, and then our youngest on set, Jared, the intensity that they brought to it, it just allowed it to just evolve into this beautiful, this beautiful film, this beautiful perspective that I have not seen, and I know I'm a little biased, and it's okay, but that I have not seen in a long time, that I can't, like, from the top of my head say, okay, there's another film like this that has all of these genres and all these things working together and coming out beautifully and just coexisting together. And so I'm just very proud of it. I'm proud of all these people that are here today, and the people again who are not able to be here. My co-producer, also Pat Stevens, our director, EA Dotson, my executive producer, Rob Bass, that's not here. I'm just so proud of everyone and what they brought to the table. So I don't know, Lena, if I did answer your question, but that's really how I felt about what you asked me and what I wanted to say.
Yes, you did answer my question. You did answer my question. And I really just have one more question for you, and then I'm gonna turn it over to the panel. So basically, what made you choose the cast that you chose? You don't have to go into anybody specific, but I'm just, wondering, because you really, you did a great job with just even the cast itself, because we know cast can make or break a movie. So what, what gave you that vision for the cast that you have before you?
Okay, so a couple of things. I knew that I wanted actors, real actors. And I'm not sorry to say it like that. I don't want anyone to misconstrue what I'm saying. I'm not saying that there are not real actors in these movies, but I didn't want to just put someone in because they have huge social media numbers. I wanted people that I knew, that I've worked with in the past, or I've been watching for some time as a casting director, or just as a movie enthusiast. I wanted people who I knew were going to get in there and slay their freaking role. And that was what was important to me. When I started writing, I already knew who my son was. and that was Chantal. It was from the beginning. I knew it. Didn't know she was going to say yes, but that's who I wrote with in mind. And also Blaze. I knew once we started writing Blaze that I was like, I know who I want to play Blaze, and that was Maurice. So those two people automatically we knew. And then when I talked to Chantal about casting, I said, hey, you know, she was like, I can cast this whole thing by myself. And I was like, well, have at it, you know, because I do a lot of casting. I'm like, I don't want my name all over this thing. You can have it. I'll just support you in it, and let's go. And she just went to her roster of people. She went and she started just like sending out auditions. And I think most of the people, like 90% of the people we hired were from her roster, from her, you know, the people that the people she works with. Josiah was actually from Maurice. Maurice sent Josiah to us, you know, and Chantal, when she talks, she could talk more about Ashley. She came to me. I've worked with Ashley before. She came to me about Ashley, and at first I said, I don't know. And the reason I said I don't know is because I was like, y'all both really light skinned. And I was like, listen, as a casting director, I see how it's pushed to always the fair-skinned women. Yeah, and I want diversity in a film. And so Chantal was like, we're not the same complexion. She sent me, I was like, you know what? You are so right. So let's go. Because I love Ashley. And Ashley came and then slayed her audition. And it was like, there was no questions who it was going to be. Mr. Elmo was supposed to be a Black man. We wrote this for a Black man. When we went and put it on Actors Access, I said to Chantal, you know what? Open it up to other ethnicities. I just want to see what other people can bring. We saw his picture. I was like, oh my goodness, I hope he can act. And man, when he came through with that, we were sitting back like, it was no question. I saw some other people and I was like, he was the top of my list. There was no way. Nobody just surpassed what he did, you know? And then when I started thinking about WizKid, I was like, you know, we talked about Jason because I know Jason is very multifaceted when it comes to roles and he can do different roles. And I was like, let's go. Like, I think that's good. Chantal fought for Jess. Like I had somebody else in mind for Jess. And that I was already like, she's Jess. But for the formalities, let's keep going with the auditions. And then she got Jess from the audition. She was like, I want to do a Kim Reed with her. I think she's our Jess. And I was like, okay, fine. Who child did that Kim Reed? And I was like, you are so right. We go on with Jess. We go on with Akira. And it just started to come together. She has a great eye for talent, Chantal. And it was so great working with her, you know, in this capacity. I didn't have to worry about, you know, who she was going to bring to me. I know she was going to bring me the cream of the crop. And she did. And this is what we have. And I feel like this, I am so grateful for you guys. I don't want to cry. I'm so grateful that y'all said yes, because as an independent filmmaker, you know, people can be like, I'm you know, I've worked on this. Like Jason could have been like, I've worked on BMF. Ugh. But I know Jason works on anything. So anyway, Jason is like, I'm going to work like, out here.
Jason simultaneously somehow films 2 to 3 movies at the same time. I don't know how he does it, but I'm like, yo, he's in all the trailers. He's in all the films.
Great. That's what I said. Jason
I think he might have cloned himself. We won't know for sure, but I think it happened.
You know, but I'm just appreciative because, you know, like Maurice, you know, he big old, you know, bold and
Maurice is that guy. Let's just say that. Maurice is that guy.
You know, so he could have been like, oh,
I'm stuck on Beyond the Gates.
I'm too big. I'm too big for this. I'm too big for this role. But everybody said yes. So I'm just so happy that, you know, they trusted the script. They trusted me and, you know, in the process, and they came on and they absolutely,
they killed it. Yeah.
It's just awesome. Yeah, it's absolutely, every time I watch it, I just sit in awe at the job that y'all all did. Like, seriously. And I'm trying to not cry because I won't be crying on here.
Don't cry.
Today.
Don't cry. We're about to open it up to the media. Ellery Nicole has her hand raised. Thank you for being so patient.
Yes.
And yes, you may say what you have to say now. Ask any questions you need to ask. Can I ask that you keep it to like 2 minutes, just because we got to get to everyone.
Okay. Well, thank you everybody for allowing me to be. Wait, am I still muted? Can you all hear me?
No, yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Oh, and let me just say before she starts speaking, if you guys haven't gone on my page and seen the latest reel that we filmed with her crushing it, you need to go watch it. She did amazing with you guys.
It's
Interview.
amazing.
She's getting ready
Yes.
to review. They trying to steal her from me. I don't like it, but it's what's happening.
I will never leave you, Lena. Never.
Thank you. I love it. Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it.
Yes. Well, thank y'all for letting me be here again. And I had the pleasure of talking with some of you, not everyone. And so because of that, I want to have a little bit of fun at the same time because I didn't get to talk to everyone. So I want to do a little this or that. So anybody who wants to answer can jump on in here, right? And so my first this or that, we're talking about zombie apocalypse, the water is toxic. So are you going to run or are you going to hide? Which one?
Depends on how fast the zombies are.
Okay.
If we have the fast zombies, because zombies don't get tired, I'm probably going to hide first and let them run after the slow people.
Love it.
If we got the slow zombies, ain't nobody worried about them.
That's true.
As the zombie professionalist, I say hide somewhere safe.
Okay.
That way, and make sure it's one entrance. That way, when they come in, it's easy to kill. Easy way, you know when to come in, when to come out. You can set traps easier when there's one entrance. And it has to be somewhere that zombies can't easily walk. So I'm thinking bunker, maybe one of those ones that are under houses that have the 2 doors. Maybe like that.
Okay.
Storm shelter.
So good to know we all need Josiah on our team. And in the event that this happens, we got to find him. Got it. Okay. My next one for you, anyone can answer. Are you going to survive with your cookout crew or your spades table crew?
Spades.
Spades
Okay.
all day.
Spades crew.
My family is the spades champions.
Somehow I knew that, Jason. Somehow I knew that.
I would say cookout because I like to eat. Okay, we have to eat. We ain't gonna be playing spades and everybody's stomach growling. So
exactly.
Say, make sure y'all have the food, because if not, I'm going with the other group.
And in case y'all didn't know, Chris is invited to the cookout. Okay.
Yes.
I know we said that before.
We saw Mr. Elmo's suit, so we know if anybody's coming to the cookout, it's coming.
Very good. Thank you for that.
And then my last one for you all is gospel playlist or trap playlist?
Rap.
Gospel.
Okay.
Gospel all day.
Gospel.
Right. We need a combo of the two. We need those mashups that we're seeing.
I was about to say.
I'm with that. I'm with that.
Yeah.
Gospel.
Okay. Trap, y'all have gospel trap. They have every single genre of gospel you could think of. Heavy metal. They have it all. I'm telling you. Listen to some Lecrae, Ty Tribbett. You'll be good.
Yes.
I like Ty Tribbett.
And I love Lecrae. I actually
I say Kanye West.
Kanye West. Okay.
That's a different
well, the Choir's album is really, really good. So I agree with that one. Yeah, I agree with that one.
I listen to it in the gym. Here's the reason why I said trap, because I like energetic stuff. I don't want to be calm all the time, like especially in the zombie apocalypse. I got to turn up so I can go fight these monsters.
They got some turn up music in gospel. They have a lot of time.
And that's what I'm saying. Gospel trap is cool. Gospel trap is cool. Gospel trap is cool. Let's do it.
Okay,
okay, maybe we can stomp.
Definitely Stomp. Stomp is definitely a good song.
Stomp is definitely a good song.
Yep, on the zombie.
Yeah.
On my zombies now. You know what I'm saying?
All right, Zap. You're good. Zap, you're next in line. Please intro yourself and and then ask.
Zap Jackson, Tour Atlanta Media. I'm still tripping off of killing zombies to gospel music.
Yeah. You gotta send them. You gotta send them on. They trying to stay here. You gotta send them to upper room.
That's crazy. Oh man. So, but I do have a question. Congratulations to everybody. I'm so proud of each and every one of you. I did see the film. It was outstanding. And so anybody can answer this question. But this is to Lynette, really. But why was it important for you to introduce themes of community into a horror film?
That's a good question, because I feel that, and I said this before, our communities, our race, we're looked at as crabs in a barrel. I'm not saying that there's no, truth to that, but what people don't realize is that when we're in a crunch, when there's something happening, Black people come together. You know what I mean? We're going to come together and we're going to help each other out. That'll be our kumbaya moment. We might go back a week later and be telling each other off and stuff and fighting or something, maybe not. But in that crunch time, we know how to come together. And I feel like communities, everything, I'm just trying to show a positive light to, even though Keita, well, Keita wasn't one of us, okay? No, I'm sorry. But even though, I didn't want to, even though it was in a urban setting, but we did have a diversity in the building, because we had our Mr. Elmo and our Asian Susan Ling, and things like that. I wanted to show that we can get along, we can come together when the time is right. Did I answer your question, Dad?
Yeah,
how you doing?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
And thanks for the cameo.
Oh, my cameo. Okay, yeah.
Yes, your cameo. Your cameo.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. Obviously I wasn't on the Spades team.
Yes, you have to get eaten. Sorry. Casualties.
Okay. And okay, Dap, if you could, if you're done asking, if you could lower your hand. And Glenda, do you have any questions?
Yeah, this is Glenda in the house media. I want to talk about Mr. Elmo. How was he developed? What thought process went into this character?
He was Black. He was a Black character. So
well, yeah, I heard that.
I'm gonna let Chris talk, just so I can talk about we originally wrote this character. This is a fun fact. It was written supposedly for Tone Loc, Wild Thing, Funky Cold Medina.
Mm-hmm.
It was written for him. But then we started looking at budget. And we were like, okay, it's gonna be in Atlanta. He's on tour. Him and my husband are very close. So he talked about it. Tretch, he wanted Tretch to be Blaze. I don't know how that would have worked out. He wanted Tretch to be Blaze, but then I circled back and I was like, I think this is who we need to go with. So Mr. Elmo was supposed to be him, and I started writing hence the weed, smoking, and all that stuff. And so the development of Mr. Elmo was a Black character. It wasn't supposed to be a Caucasian character at all.
Okay. He just came here with the diversity. Look at it.
I know.
No,
right?
you need some diversity. You need some diversity, but it's funny because Chris, if you want to talk, he called me one day and was like, "This was written for a Black person, wasn't it?" I'm like, "Yeah, it was."
Well, I was concerned about some of the pronouns Mr. Elmo had to use, because I didn't think it was going to go over. So not necessarily pronouns, but I think you get where I'm going. But I was really, really happy that they allowed me as a Caucasian man to use a dialect or an accent, or however you want to put it, that sounded more like an African American man. I really, really appreciate that. And there's a story kind of behind that. I struggled with a severe speech impediment until I was like 24 years old. I stuttered so badly until I met another man who stuttered, who taught me how to overcome. And but as a young teenager, sort of like you've heard that stutterers can sing without stuttering. Well, I was able to do that, so I found comfort in singing. But also, I was amazed to find out that if I used an accent, any kind of accent, it helped to loosen my tongue. And I grew up around Black people, and I was able to talk like them. And when I used an African American accent, I didn't stutter. So I became really good at it. So and I was very comfortable with that. So when I was able, I never thought I would use it in a movie like this. So I was really happy to be able to utilize that and to take on that persona, and it was very comfortable.
Well, thank you. You did an amazing job.
That when I was a kid, I thought maybe I was supposed to be black, but that's why this was such a unique opportunity for me.
Okay, thank you. Amazing.
Great.
Can I just say, somebody said to me they didn't know he was white. They said, I thought he was just a light-skinned black man. No. So maybe you got something there, Mr. Elmo.
Maybe this is my new niche. Yeah.
Listen, you do it well, I tell you that much.
Great. Do we have who's next to ask questions? Deja Vu, I see you're unmuted. You have any questions?
Yeah, can you hear me?
And then after that will be Ellery.
Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you. It's a little
low,
but low. Yeah,
A
little bit better. Keep talking.
All right, so this question is for Jason.
For Jason.
Hey, Jason. How are you?
I'm blessed. I can barely hear you though.
All right, I'm coming up close. I don't know why I can't. Okay, can you hear me now? Is that better?
It's a little better. I can hear you, so I guess I might have to translate the question. So go ahead.
Okay, so Jason, in a zombie apocalypse, what 3 things would you have with you in order to survive?
Say it one more time.
I said during a zombie apocalypse, what
During
3 things would you need to survive?
During a zombie apocalypse, what are the 3 things you need to survive?
Wow. I would need water, the Holy Spirit, and some edibles.
Okay. All right. That's cool. Okay. Janae, I'll take your question next. Then I'll come right back to you, Ellery. Then I have a question.
I was gonna say I need Blaze so he can beat all the zombies up. That's what I was gonna say.
And wood. That's what I got the Holy Spirit for.
Correct. Janae, you have a question?
Cut up every time, huh, Blaze? You trying to expose that nipple again?
Hello, it's Janae from High Low News. We're a hyperlocal news site here in South Florida. And I have 2 questions. The first question is for Lynette. Can you speak to the importance of the renaissance that Black filmmakers are having right now in the horror genre? And then for the cast, can you share anything that you learned from this experience or anything that your character taught you, through the filming process?
So I feel like this genre is untapped for us. We have a few people doing it, but I feel like it's been untapped. And the thriller part is definitely there. And I think when we do have a lot of horror films, dang, I'm about to mess myself up with this guy. I was gonna say it's a lot of comedy in it, but we got comedy, but it's different because of the parody. We're not doing parody comedy like a screen, like a what is it called? Not Scream, Scary Movie. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. So I feel like it's a lot of space for us to get into it, and to really make some movies. I love what they've been doing right now, the people that are out there doing the horror and the thriller movies. But I feel like for this particular space, in this aspect, there's room for more writers to get in. I just think what's happening right now is Hollywood's not calling anymore. You know, independent is the way to go right now. Unfortunately, it's good and bad. It's bittersweet because if you don't have the funds to make your own movie, then you're waiting for that yes. And right now, they're not giving us a lot of yeses. And with them cutting back on a lot of funding and stuff, it's making the window is getting smaller and smaller for people to get their stuff made through networks like the BETs and the Netflix and things like that. And I'm saying that for the independent Black space. So I feel like right now it's really important for us to start making our own movies, not waiting for the yes from people. It's going to come, but I feel like if we're sitting and we're waiting on it, we're probably never going to be able to make anything. So I'm happy that we were able to do this because just so you know, we made this and nobody wanted to take it on for us. Like, you know what I mean? We were getting some no's, but we went ahead and pushed for it to go on the platforms and it's doing really well and people are receiving it, you know? So we didn't wait for a yes from somebody. We put our own money up and said, let's do this.
Right.
And Lynette, I guess also too, and that was a great answer. More so too, I wanted to know like and as far as the renaissance of the horror genre, like Black people being at the center of our own storytelling and the importance of that. And, you know, can you speak to that and you know, what went behind that and I guess producing and making this movie? Like, did you have that in mind as well, the importance of that?
Yeah, it was definitely important to make a movie, even though we wanted some diversity in it, because I love diversity in anything, with race, with sex, you know, with even having our LGBT character in the film. Like, but I feel like it's and that's why I thought I was answering with that. So let me just get a little deeper. It's very important for us to reclaim, you know, our existence in these genres. I feel like we're pushed out a lot in these spaces because we're only looked at to make shoot 'em up video movies, you know, movies with drugs and gangs and things like that. And for us to be able to make these type of films where yes, people are getting eaten and killed, but it's not by each other as far as like we're shooting up each other, you know what I mean? We're giving drugs to each other. We're doing, well, there was drugs in the beginning, so but anyway, but what I'm trying to say is that it's just nice to be able to make something for us that has a positive light to it, where it's not the negative, the negative genre for us, a negative, you know, overview. We're looked at as, you know, you walk away and you feel like, dang, is that how they live? You know, even with the building, you know, at first we were looking at, it's called urban flesh eaters, but they were supposed to live in the projects. And I was like, you know what? We don't want them living in the projects. They live in a decent building. They, you know, we have a nurse who's making money. You know, the building may be having some issues at times, but what building doesn't? But it was not a hood movie where these people were struggling. You know, that's important sometimes to make sure that we make the decisions, important decisions on how we are portrayed. So I didn't want us to be portrayed in the projects. And I remember when we were doing it, they kept saying, oh, it's in the project. I was like, it's not in the projects. This is not a project movie. You know, nothing against the projects, but that's not what we wanted. You know, Sin having a husband that didn't leave her, that was, you know, he died, but he was there for his family. That was important. Blaze, even though you thought he was a convict, him not being a convict was important. And I think Maurice for that, because he was the one that kind of had a discussion with me, because in the beginning when we were talking about Blaze being convict, he had about him being in the armed forces. So that shifted his character arc, you know, but just having these positive relationships, having these positive overviews as far as character arcs was really important, because I don't want to always see us in a negative light. You know, yes, you're going to have some negative characters because this is the world, you know what I mean? There's different people, different characters. Everybody's not good. Everybody's not bad. you know. So we wanted to make sure that the characters were memorable, not only memorable, but that they have some part that you could walk away and feel like, wow, this was a mother who was going to do everything to get back to her children. This was a man who, even though he was dealing with PTSD, was still going to sit there and try to help all these people get out safely. This was a friend who was going to be a ride or die. You know, that was very important to me, to us, to make sure that we had positivity and positive characters throughout this film.
It's good.
And I hope I answered your question.
No,
And
thank you. You definitely did. That was great. Thank you. And the
You're
second question
welcome.
was to the cast about what you guys learned in the process of filming.
let's take if we can just get maybe 2 people to quickly answer that, just for the sake of time. Just you can pick any 2 you want, Janae, to answer that question.
Josiah had his hand
Chantel
raised. Go ahead,
and
Josiah.
and
Josiah.
Josiah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Thank you. I think that I learned that people have their own problems, and I already knew that. But having asthma in this movie, enlightened me that, you know, people go through different things. Like, I also did a play where I was bipolar, and that also opened a new side of me. And I had to act like I was screaming, I was seeing things, I was talking to my uncle about it, who's also bipolar, and I was just explaining that I couldn't do it. I ran in front of a car, had to be dragged back by my uncle. It was a lot that happened, and it really showed me that this happens in real life. People go through things like this on a daily basis, and you might not know it. You might not look at somebody and be like, oh, they're definitely bipolar. They definitely have ADHD. They definitely have PTSD from something, but they do. And you're never going to know it unless you ask, or you help, or you look for people that you can help. So that's probably what I learned. So.
Great answer for me. I mean,
Yeah, that was a great answer, Josiah.
great answer. But your media training has kicked all the way in. I'm just playing. I don't know if you have media training or not.
Probably does. I think what I learned in this process was not necessarily character based or based on the story. It was just more of me. And I think I've always known this, but this process, being cast as Sin, working with the film from, before set to filming to even after, and assisting with like marketing promotions, what I learned is that I can make my own movie. So I already kind of knew that, but now I'm like, with my experience, and I know that I can definitely create a film, pre-production, a feature film. I've done a short, but I think that I know that now I can create a feature film. So that's what I learned.
Very good, very good, very good. Okay, thank you for those answers. I have a quick question it's for everybody, but I just want to know, like, and then I'm gonna circle back to a question, one for you, Lynette, and one for you, Chantal. When the credits roll, what do you want people to feel when they're like, as these credits are rolling, they're watching the end of the movie? If you could describe that using one word, what would that be?
You said one word?
One word. Or a phrase. I'll let it be a word or a phrase.
When the credits roll and people are watching this, I would like for people to feel like they related to our story. I think that for me, one of the big purposes of entertainment is to make people feel something. Either to educate them or to allow them to escape whatever it is that they're going through in life, and just to be able to relate to what they saw. And when I feel like when people are able to relate to something, that comes conversations. Now they talk about it. There's a character that they feel like they're like, or there's a character that they feel like they know in their personal life. And I feel like that allows the story and the film and the characters to live on aside from the time that they just sat there and watched it. So it lives on social media, it lives on in conversation, it lives on, so I think if they can relate to it, that's what I would like for them to take away.
Very good. Okay. And then I know I just want to see if everybody is okay with staying on till just like maybe 1:15. Then I can let everybody go. I know some people have to drop, which is fine because we're still recording. But if you can stay on, that would be great. And we just have like really like a few more questions and a closing. So if you could stay on till 1:15, I'd appreciate it. All right. Okay, Maurice, what is your one word or phrase? And then I can't, just so that we can get through everybody. Yeah.
Can't what?
Oh, well, I was just saying, I just give me a word or a phrase. I know we want to elaborate more, but I want to get everybody's answer.
The word and just stop. Okay. Relief.
Oh, okay, I like that. Ashley.
Mine would be a phrase, would be, I want to see it again.
Period. Josiah.
Mine would be mesmerized.
Okay, Jason.
The audacity of hope.
There you go.
Mine is just a word, but I'm sorry. Mine is inspired. And it goes back to what Chantal said too, that they can do, that if you want to really do this or do something in life, that you can do it.
I like that. Very good, very good. Okay, and then Lynette, the question that I have for you is it's my whole thing is I love anything behind the scenes. And this is just a short question, but I saw your excitement and enthusiasm at the premiere with the crew, specifically with the crew. And I think it's so important for EPs to connect with like crew on all levels because most of us were that crew that started like a lot of us did not start off EPs, especially if if you're us. So I just wanted to ask what was the culture of your crew like? I know you talked about the catering and about how things were good. You talked about every department, but in general, did those departments mesh well with each other? I know you got along with everybody else, but what was the culture like on set?
It was amazing. We were a family on set. I mean, I don't know if anybody else differs, but we had a great time on set, and EA's team is unmatched as far as getting things done. It was like maybe 5 or 6 of them on, and they were getting them scenes in, you know what I mean? And we had long days, but we enjoyed each other's company. And that's why, and like you said, being a part of crew and not being invited to things and not being a part of things, I wanted to make sure that we had a culture that you worked there, you were on set 10 days just like we were. Like you should be invited to red carpets, you should be able to walk up and stand in the front and be acknowledged. So it's really important to me that crew and that everybody is acknowledged, that who worked on the set.
I like that. Very good, very good. Okay, and then Chantal, same question because you kind of were in a bit of, both positions, like, talent, but you still were, operating in a position of by casting. So how did that feel for you?
It was great. To second what Lynette said, we were definitely a family on set. There were times where I was the one after lunch making sure that people were going to get their touch-ups, just to make sure that we stayed on time. So yeah, everybody, it was a family, and we all knew that we had to get this movie done. So everybody gave 200%, and I'm super grateful for that.
Very good, very good, very good. And are there any more questions from anyone?
I have a question.
Oh, yes.
For everyone. I just want to know, and I know Lena asked when the credits roll. I want to know, now that we are out, now that the movie is running, how do you feel? Like going for, because it's been a year since we were on set, over a little over a year now, since we were on set, and now to get to this place, to see this film is done. I know you've done other things, so but I just want to know now with this film, like, how do you feel? We could start with Josiah.
Okay. I want to say that I am proud of the work that everyone here has done. And it amazes me. It blows my mind that we did this in 9 days.
10 days.
10 days. An
Don't
entire
forget
movie.
that day.
That day is important. That day is
Mhm.
important. We did an entire movie in 10 days. That's just crazy. I'm proud of everyone, and I'm glad everybody could come together to make this movie the way it was. Because I think it's perfect. Just the way it is. It's perfect.
You have grown up so much in a year. I can't get over it. Okay. And I love it. I know why you said 9 days, because you worked 9 days. But yeah, we were on set for 10, the rest of us. So Jason.
Josiah, yeah, man. I fully agree with what you said as far as like proud and then celebratory, man. Like so another friend of mine was working on a movie and his mentor said, just get it done. Whatever happens, whatever you go through, whatever pitfalls, whatever blockages come up, just get it done. And Lynette, you got it done, we got it done. So that right there, it's huge. So let's celebrate ourselves, and let's celebrate what you and we were able to do together. So that's why I feel super celebratory.
I love that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Ashley.
Definitely would love to echo the sentiments of the two gentlemen before me. For me, it's excitement. Like, I was excited to see it, like not knowing what to expect. You go to the theater and you see it, and it's just amazing. The quality, the acting. And when you realize and you're grateful for everything that is a part of this film. Doing my own stunts. I didn't have many, but to do that, it's like you have I had a newfound respect for people that do stunts, and fighting and bruises and just doing and really getting in, memorizing like everything that takes to make this one amazing film. I was excited to see it. I'm excited for the future of it. I am excited for your future, as I stated before. I'm excited for all of our futures, because this is something that we put our blood, sweat, and tears into, and now you get to see the fruits of our labor. So I'm excited.
I'm loving these answers. I'm trying not to cry. Okay. Maurice. Thank you for the answer.
Yeah. So if I have to say anything, I would say I'm honored. Absolutely honored, because, and I say this all the time when it comes up, that I've had so many firsts with Lynette specifically, where Lynette is involved. So it's not even necessarily just the film, it's the person that the film is connected to. The first time I ever landed on Black television was Lynette. The second time I ever, and the only other time I've ever landed on Black television was Lynette. My first casting credit was Lynette. My first producing credit, Lynette. I won't say my first acting credit, but she chose me to act in this film, as well as my first musical credit. If y'all listen to the song at the very end of the film, that's me and my group. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first time my music has landed in a film. Y'all didn't know that, did you? Yeah, look, she's a show. Yep, that's me. That's me at the end. And so yeah, I'm honored to have to be able to look at one person, and say I have so many firsts with this person that I need to pay forward, pay back, and pay laterally. So it's not about specifically the film, but specifically the person who wrote the film and chose me for the film. So that's my word. Honor.
Yes.
Oh, you got Lynette teared up. Way to go, Maurice.
That's what I was going for.
Oh, there you go. She need to go.
I'm a terrible person.
Come on.
It was starting from the beginning, but then it's just, I couldn't hold it back no more.
Oh,
thank you.
Okay, Dappy, I'm gonna go ahead and let you.
Wait, we gotta get Chantal.
Oh, I'm sorry, Chantal. I apologize. Sorry. That's what I get.
I should have went before Maurice. The brother got music in the film.
Make somebody cry on this thing.
First time on Black television. Second time on Black television. First time music placement in the film. First, come on now. How am I supposed to go after that? You gotta cry it. The tears are flowing. It is over.
No, that was beautiful. I didn't know that
That
about your
was.
music, Maurice. That's really, really cool. So I think that of course, what everything that everyone said, and mine is just how do I feel? It goes off of that relationship as well. I feel honored as well. And it's it's such an interesting process when you are not just acting, right? Like when you show up to set and you're that character, and then once it's a wrap, your contribution or your work is done. But I still feel like we're still working, right? Like we're still pushing. We're still pushing past whether it's rejections, we're still pushing past hurdles and obstacles. So it is, I don't know if I have that word yet, because I feel like yes, the filming is done, but we're still working with this thing, you know? So I feel like it's a daily process, Lynette, and I speak almost every day. Like I speak to her as much as I speak to my mom at this point. So it is still a process of, you know, the labor of love with this. So I would like to be in a place of, you know, celebration. I'm very proud of what everyone did and what we were able to accomplish in 10 days. And we're still working. We're still working this thing. We're still working it so that we can come back next year and we can have another conversation about the numbers that it did on Tubi and about, you know, just what this movie did as an independent film. So I'm just in that space of it where we're still, and I'm grateful to be in this. I'm grateful for you, Lynette, and I'm grateful for everyone. Lena, I'm grateful for you jumping on
Yeah.
the way that you've been moving and shaking and candlestick.
Yes.
Maybe let me tell
Yes.
you, okay? So I'm
Yes.
just grateful for everyone. So I'm looking forward to us dropping on on Tubi, this platform, and just seeing, you know, naturally and organically what our hard work and our labor of love is able to do. So
And
Yes.
even what we're doing right now, it speaks to it being able to, you know, utilizing media, utilizing our promotional skills and talents, and continue to talk about it, because that's the only way people are going to go see it, if we continue to push it and promote it. And that's what
Yes.
we're doing now, and the reason for this. And like I said, this will be sent out. I know we had somebody joining at the 12th hour. We will let them in. Come on here, Rashawn. Come on here, Rashawn. All right, Dap, you
Yeah,
are.
don't do it like that now.
Okay,
Cut
I'm
it
gonna
out.
do you like that. We love Rashawn. So
What's going on?
do you know Lynette? Because I'm asking because both of you are phenomenal writers, and for you not to know each other is a crime. So
I don't think I know him.
okay, very good. So Rashawn just wrote our Christmas film, and
Oh, wow.
amazing writer. So
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Lynette.
He wrote
Nice to meet you too.
an award-winning episode of Atlanta. No, you wrote more than one, but
Nice.
yeah, Atlanta. So he's in there. He's in good. His
Yeah.
writing.
episode was that?
And that's some familiar faces. I see Jason. I see you, Chantal.
Right.
Chantal used to get me right on my auditions because I was horrible. But she used to try to get me tightened up. I'm gonna stick to writing. I'll let y'all do the acting.
Which episode of Atlanta was that you wrote? Just making sure it wasn't mine.
What'd you say? Oh no, it was not. It was more of a idea. I gave them a kind of like idea going into the robbing season, and so it was a spec script that they kind of. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, so for sure.
and you're a good actor too, Rashawn. Don't do yourself like that.
I know. I'm trying to be like y'all though. That's all.
Well, Rashawn, we definitely need to connect. Definitely.
Yes, I'll connect. I'll connect you too. Gap, go ahead with a question or closing comment.
Yeah, for sure. Really, man, like again, congratulations, man. We're declaring that this is gonna go far. This is gonna be a cult classic. So touching and agreeing, declaring, let there be that and more. So but I just want to plant the seed because I know y'all are in the celebratory spirit and you're in that moment, but I want to plant that seed for the sequel or franchise. I feel like it was really dope that Lucy, like we didn't see Lucy die. We didn't see her turn. We didn't see that. And that water still,
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Still looking like Flint water. So yeah, which is my hometown, so I can say that. But you know, so.
Dap, before the movie was over, me and Jason and Lynette and I already talked about it. We didn't already we got some ideas up in the air. Remember, Jason, we were talking about that? Yep.
It makes sense
Listen.
because it's so much we didn't see, even though it felt like a great closing. And it was the bow was put on it, but it really wasn't. It was like they're like, yeah, I could see this for sure with Lucy like coming back, and even with Sin,
Lucy,
because
look at that, got you coming back.
Come on, that's
well,
like
Wizkid and them were left behind. So like, what happened with them?
What happened with him?
Yeah,
You know he got
exactly.
resilience. We're not gonna Remy ransom him.
Listen,
we gonna keep him going because
listen, we gotta do this before the side voice get any deeper because it's only supposed to be a few days later. Be like, yeah, this is happening.
Because all this.
It could be a year later, and you go back to see
Right,
what happened.
right, exactly.
It could always.
He gonna have to. No, see,
we find Lucy. She half zombie, half human.
No, I'm not half zombie. I had maybe sickle cell or something, a trait that like rejected the zombie. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Bring me back. No,
one sickle cell help save you and not try to kill you. That's a good
what
one.
I'm saying.
If we use that, you just earned your first associate producer credit.
Exactly. See how fast that happened?
I love it.
Listen,
well, you guys, this
from
has been absolutely amazing. I have some people that do have to go, but I just want to say, keep everybody, just stay in prayer, stay in the season of asking. And I say that because there's nothing wrong for asking, what you want and where you want to see this go, as long as you're willing to do the work to get it there. I think I love how you guys take care of each other and love on each other. That is phenomenal. It is phenomenal. And I expect this. I've been telling Lynette all week. I've been talking to her at 2. I don't know how we both up at 2 and 3 a.m. And she's like, go to bed. I'm like, you go to bed. And we've been talking, but I told her, I said, listen, I was excited for it on Apple TV because we know what happened. We're not going to speak on it. I was excited about it. And it speaks to your resilience, Lynette. You don't let anything stop you. You're just going to figure out a way to get to the goal. And I'm super excited for it to be on Tubi because it's like you can see it there. It's funny. She don't want to hear that. It's funny, but you can see it. You're good with it now. Okay. You can see it on Tubi. And the thing is, I'm so I'm grateful for people like you see a need and you feel the need, and then you go and get the people to help fill the need with you, and it's going to do numbers on Tubi. I already know it. It's going to do numbers. And you will then be able to fund the next one or whatever else you're going to do. But I do see it, and I feel, and that's why I've been period. And I've been telling everybody about this project, and I wasn't on set day one, but I felt like this is my family and I was there, and I need to tell everybody and bring everybody because I love when people do that for me. And also because it's something that is, my people are in it. Like, it's good. You got to go see it. Yeah. So I will still be spreading the word, and and I encourage everybody to do the same. Promote both platforms, do everything you need to do, post clips, whatever you got to do. Valika, she posted, I love that her clip is going viral right now because she posted that. And I think that's a beautiful way to, when you have minutes in a movie, you take that and you span that out and continue to push that and drive that. And I think people are gonna love it. So yeah.
And one time, can I say this? I gotta say it. Lynette, I gotta say it. We're gonna get, look, yo, if people see Rob Bass, they're gonna be like, oh shit, Rob Bass got a movie. Like, man, let's blow that shit up, man. Like,
so
for real.
easy. That yours. Yes.
But yes, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's go.
I said that. I was like, she gave me an easy sell. Like, it was nothing to get people to say yes, because if you don't know who anybody is in the movie, you're living under a rock. But even if you don't know that, you gotta know who Rob Bass is. Like, and it's like, dude, this is for his name speaks to, it's for the culture. And that's what I love. It's for the culture, and it's and we incorporated others, and I love it.
Amen.